Hello and welcome to this week's newsletter and exciting times. Ryder Cup fever is at the Pro Shop. All very much looking forward to that starting Friday afternoon. I think coverage is about 6 hours ahead of us, so it's going to start about 1 o'clock in the afternoon Friday and probably go on till 1 o'clock in the morning. The next 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so very much looking forward to that. You've heard my predictions. I don't feel Europe are going to do that well, but let's hope I'm wrong. If you'd have told me in 2012, after the Saturday evening, that Europe were going to do the miracle of Medina, I would never have believed you. And we all know what my tips are like when it comes to golf. They normally do pretty badly. So I'm going to tip America to win the Ryder Cup on hopefully that will put the curse on them and Europe will come through. But yeah, I think that's what I think. Like I said last time, I don't think enough European players are in form, but I've been proven wrong many a time. And if the wind gets up, which I think it's supposed to, at Whistling Straits there, then hopefully that might play into European hands. Fingers crossed. Other exciting stuff, I have been given one of these. You probably can't see that. It's a Titleist Tour Bellata. Owen Darby dug one of these out of his loft. He found it in the loft somewhere or in the garage, and he gave me one, a Titleist Bellata. Now, I grew up playing with the Titleist Bellatas, and we're going to do a little experiment in a minute against the old Titleist Bellata versus the new Titleist Pro V1 to see the difference in them. Now, I remember, I might be rose-tinted glasses, I may be kind of romanticising, that when the Pro V1 came out in about 2000, I reckon I gained about 20 yards overnight because the Titleist Bellata went nowhere, but spun knots, loved it. If I hit it wrong, you get a big smiley face, and it was fantastic, super soft. But when the Pro V1 came out, that would spin exactly the same as the Bellata, but would go 20 yards further. So that, for me, changed golf. Now, whether it was true or not, that's just me romanticising, I don't know. We shall do a little test later and find out. First off, though, we'll go to competition news, and we'll go back to last Thursday's men's midweek Stableford, where Richard Reynolds won Division 1 with 38 points, beating Mark Newson, Andy Patrick, David Watson, all on 37 points. In Division 2, David Cook, well done David, he won with 40 points, beating Richard Smart, Paul Dashwood and Neil Cunliffe, all on 38 points. And in Division 3, Paul Sneller won with 40 points, beating Steve Stone and Terry Warner on 39 points. And then Sunday, we had the mixed monthly Stapleford, where Dave Butcher won Division 1 with 40 points. He beat Steve Crosby in the second on 39 points. In Division 2, Mark Bullard won with 41 points. He beat Colin Denny into second on 40 points. And in Division 3, Scott Larkin won with a fine 46 points. Well done, Scott. Awesome stuff, that. He beat Martin Bullen into second on 44 points. And Dave Ellis in the third on 43 points. Fabulous scoring that in Division 3. Well done, you three, gentlemen. In tour news, Max Homer won on the PGA Tour. He's turning into a fine golfer. That's the third time he's won on tour in the last couple of years. He won up in Riviera at the start of the year, and then he won in the Napa Valley tournament this time. So he's turning into a good golfer. He's had a big social media presence over the last couple of years, and I follow him on Twitter, and he's quite funny actually. Really do quite like him. A good dry sense of humour. Very sarcastic about other people's golf swings. He did a lot of that through lockdown, so that kept me quite amused. So I quite like Max Homer. Yeah, he won that third victory in the last couple of years, so he's got a great golf swing. He could go a long way. Not quite good enough to make the Ryder Cup this time, but maybe in the future. Yeah, good goal for Max Homer. And in Europe, a bit of a fairy tale, really. Christoph Broberg. He won on tour about 6 years ago. He beat Patrick Reed in a playoff to win something like the German Masters. Had the world in front of him by all accounts. And then all of a sudden, injuries, bad form, everything went wrong for him. Anyway, he's back, he's won again in the Dutch Open, which is a big event on the European Tour. Some big names have won the Dutch Open. So Christoph Broberg, he won. He had an 8-shot lead going into the last round. It went down to 2 at one stage, but he came through in the end to win by 3 from Matthias Schmidt, the German, or Austrian I think he is actually. He came second. But yeah, great to see Christoph Broberg win. He broke down emotionally in tears because of all the lows that he's been through since his last victory. So obviously meant a lot to him. So that was great to see that on the European Tour. On the LPGA Tour at the Cambia Portland Classic, former world number 1, Jin Young Ko won there. Talking about finishing 11 under. She beat Jin Yong Lee into second place. So Jin Yong Yo, what was it, 2 or 3 years ago she was world number one. She's had a quiet period recently, but she's back in the winner circles to win the Cambia Portland Classic on the LPGA Tour. Right, let's have some fun with this old tour Bellata. I know some of you enjoyed it when I did the old comparison of Persimmon Head and then the 1.64 inch ball back from the 1970s. Well, let's go back 20 odd years, 25 years. We'll do the Titleist Pro V1 comparison with my favourite, the old Titleist Tour Bellata that used to absolutely spin loads back in the day when I was a kid, and they were the Pro V1 of their day. But like I say, the Pro V1s in, I think it was the year 2000, were brought onto the scene. And I believe that they changed golf for the future. Basically, all of a sudden we can get a golf ball that spun a lot, but would still go a long way. Normally there'll be a compromise, one or the other. You could have a ball that went a long way, but wouldn't spin, or you could have a ball that spun a lot, a Bellata, that wouldn't go very far. So it was a trade-off. But then the Pro V1 came out, and all of a sudden we could hit the golf ball 20 yards further and still spin the golf ball like we could do with the old Bellata. I reckon it did transform golf. Let's have some fun anyway. So what I'm going to do, I've got my lob wedge here. I'm going to hit 3 full shots with my lob wedge with the Pro V1, and then 3 full shots with my Titleist Bellata, and we can just look and see and compare the data. And then I'll do the same with the driver as well. First shot with the Bellata, and straight away got some golf ball on my grooves there straight away. That's why they didn't last very long. And did the ball scuff up? Yeah, it marked up a little bit. One shot and it's already got a mark on it. So it didn't take long just to that happen. Scuffed up already. They didn't last very long at all. 2 more to go, but straight away felt really soft off the club face. Felt beautiful, to be honest. Performance-wise, did spin lots. No real distance change. Lots of markings coming on my club face. The golf ball doesn't last very long, but it's beautiful, feels so soft. So let's have a quick look at the data with the wedges. Actually, not that much difference. I struck and rolled reasonably well. You can see the Pro V1, to be fair, was carrying about 4 yards longer, and they were spinning pretty much the same. Bellata was spinning about 150 more revolutions per minute of backspin. That's about it, but that all could be down to strike, yeah. But generally not much between the two. The Pro V1 was going a little bit further, carrying on average 87 yards, whereas the Titleist Bellata was 83 yards. So all in all, not too dissimilar, but 4 yards over the space of 87, 90 yards is quite a reasonable amount. Let's hit the driver and let's see what happens now. I think we'll probably get a bigger difference now. Right, let's have a go with the driver and let's see how we go. First of all, we'll go with the Titleist Pro V. Right, 3 averagely struck balls there. Now we're going to go with the Titleist Bellata. Okay, 3 average strikes with the Bellata. I think that's probably a fair comparison, and they were all of equal strikes and direction, I feel. So let's have a look at the data and let's compare. Right, here we go. So look at the data now. So there we go with my driver, averaging 7.5 yards left, 249, 267 over here. Look, with the Pro V1, 273 being the longest, 255, 273, and reasonably straight. Spin rate was a little bit higher, so I maybe struck them a little bit heely, to be honest, sort of thing. But yeah, all in all, not too bad. I'll be quite happy with those on the golf course because they've all 3 have finished on the fairway. Yeah, so be happy with those. Let's go down to the Titleist Bellata down a driver. Here we go. So there we go, big difference. Look at that, 232 to 249. So I carry the new Pro V1 as far as I do, as far as I hit the old Bellata total wise. Look, 249. Look, so 232, 249. It's ball speed. It's not really ball speed. It's more. Look at that, spin rates. Spin rates are massively. 3,700 and 3,000, yeah, so that's a big difference. Ball speed, 150 average with the Pro V, 147 average with the Bellata. So that is a bit of a difference as well, to be fair, but look at that, that's a big difference, yeah. So 18 yards, so I wasn't far wrong, was I, yeah? So it's 17 yards through the air, 18 yards in total. So I did think a few years ago, so I was right. I did think 2 years or 20 years ago, 20 odd years ago, that there was a 20-yard difference. And I wasn't wrong. I think that's just proved it, hasn't it? Well, maybe not. But it certainly just tells the difference between the Titleist Balata that I grew up with through the 1990s, and then when the Pro V1 came over, they really did change golf. We talk about all the equipment, technology, and the modern day drivers and irons, and all the athleticism now in the golf player. Bryce and DeChambeau for one. Yeah, but they're all getting a bit like that, aren't they? And the advent of the launch monitors, we now understand now how to hit the golf ball further, sports science wise, because of the GC2s, the quads, and the Trackmans. But actually, I do think that golf ball had the biggest influence 20 years ago, 2000. Look at the driving stats on the PGA Tour. They just suddenly leapt up because of that Pro V1. Now, the Titleist Pro V1 is an awesome golf ball. Don't get me wrong. It is the market leader still to this day. But all the other companies now have caught up. The Callaway Chrome Soft is their premium golf ball. That's just as good. The TaylorMade TP5, again, that's their premium golf ball. That's caught up. The Srixon Z-Star, much the same. So all the big companies now produce this premium golf ball that are kind of £45 a dozen, £4 a golf ball almost, yeah? Okay, and they all do pretty much the same thing. They do go a long way and they do spin lots. But it's up to you whether you want to decide, okay, £4 a golf ball is quite a lot to lose every time I play golf, or however many like you to use. So I always think, yes, if you want the premium golf ball, go for the Titleist Pro V1, the TaylorMade TP5, the Srixon Z-Stars, the Callaway Chrome Soft. They are premium. They do perform the best out of all those golf balls, yeah? They go a long way and they spin lots. That's exactly what we want from a golf ball, but they do come at a cost, yeah? And my brief little scientific experiment there just goes to show that when I was growing up, golf was a lot harder, and that is why I'm so good now. Really? Maybe not, no. We'll see on Thursday. Next Captain Pro match against Rob Allen and Andy Whithames now. Yeah, then we'll see how good I am. I fear the worst. But looking forward to that, to Andy Whithames and Rob Allen on Thursday. Back to the Captain Pro matches. Got to do some practice. Haven't done much over the last couple of weeks, but looking forward to that because the forecast is looking good. Right, that leads me to say that the Captain Pro Finals Day on the 9th of October, the entry list is now online. Go and look on that on Club V1. You can enter for the golf on there. Shotgun start, 1 o'clock start. Shotgun start, 1 o'clock. Enter your names on there. It's payable on the day. It's £15, which includes a hot buffet and prizes as well, plus free entry into the quiz in the evening. If you want to stay for the fun quiz that me and Maggie are putting together, Maggie's a bit of a quiz master, so Maggie's putting the quiz for me. Should be good fun, lots of entertaining questions on there, something a bit different. If you'd like to stay for the quiz after the buffet, so we're going to have golf, buffet, presentation, then quiz, which will start about 7 o'clock. Then you need to put your name down for the quiz on the mixed notice board, yeah? So again, bring non-golf participants if you want to. It is teams of 4, okay? So if you want to play in your 4-ball from your golf, you're more than welcome to. Or if you want to invite family along for the quiz, please do that as well, yeah? So golf is at 1 o'clock, prizes and buffet about 6, half 6, and then quiz at 7 o'clock. Golf you book online, Club V1. You can pay on the day, by the way, £15. For those that played in the matches against me, it's just £10, okay, because you played prizes already. Those that played in the matches will play for the grand prize table. Those that are playing just on the day, which you're more than welcome to, everybody's welcome to play, you're just playing for the vouchers like you would do normally, okay? Hope that all makes sense. Any questions, just come and ask. But ultimately, enter for the golf online, enter for the quiz on the mixed notice board. Simple as that. Yeah? Any questions, come and see me. Right, that's it for this week. Thanks very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.